the end. Oh, nasty combination. And the body work, and that'll do it.
I'm not bothered about going to the floor. I want to stay stood up. I think that's what the fans like more.
Oh, big one. Dakota Ditcheva
is going to be unbelievable.
They underestimated Dakota Ditcheva. Then she became unstoppable.
Switches back.
15 fights, 0 losses, 80% knockout rate. She didn't discover fighting. She was born into it.
the body work, and that'll do it. Beautiful knee. Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubters.
A world champion by 27, the most dangerous woman nobody saw coming. But here's what nobody is talking about yet. She hasn't even reached her prime. Welcome to Punch Club, fellas. Here we go. Born into it. Dakota Lily Joa Ditcheva was born on July 25th, 1998 in Sale, Greater Manchester. On paper, it looks like an ordinary start, but the house she grew up in was anything but ordinary. Her mother, Lisa Howard, is a multiple-time winner champion in kickboxing and Muay Thai. Her father, Ivo Ditchev, is Bulgarian, originally from Samakal. 2 cultures, 2 languages, and 1 household where combat sports wasn't a hobby. It was in the air they breathed.
My earliest memory from fighting would be from when I was 4 years old, I would say. I do remember a little bit of it.
While other children were at birthday parties, Dakota was ringside, watching her mother teach, watching footwork, watching timing, watching how the best in the world moved and thought it controlled a fight before a single punch was thrown. By the time she was 12, she wasn't watching anymore. She stepped onto those mats, and almost immediately, the coaches noticed. Under her mother's guidance, Dakota didn't just learn techniques. She learned how to think like a fighter. The patience, the angles, the calm under pressure. These weren't traits she developed over decades. They were instilled from the beginning, and they stuck. Within a few years, she was collecting national titles, then international titles, then European titles. But titles at youth level means nothing if you can't perform when everything is on the line. And Dakota was about to find out exactly what that pressure felt like. The declaration. In May 2016, 17-year-old Dakota Ditcheva traveled to Jönköping, Sweden, to compete at the IFMA World Muay Thai Championship. She represented Great Britain in the female junior 57-kilogram division. She won gold. It wasn't just a medal, it was a statement. She was later honored with the Daily Mirror and Sport England Pride of Sports Young Sportsman of the Year award. Her name placed alongside the finest young athletes in the country. But here's the thing about Dakota Ditcheva. Recognition was never the destination. It was just confirmation she was heading in the right direction. Because she already had her eyes on something bigger, something that would require her to walk away from everything she had already built and start from zero. She was a decorated Muay Thai champion. She was celebrated. She was winning. So why did she throw it all away to step into a completely different sport? One where her striking skills alone were no longer enough to survive? If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 99% of you watched the video without subscribing. It cost you nothing, but makes a huge difference to us. Thanks a lot. Muchly appreciated. Now, back to the video. The Leap MMA debut. In April 2021, Dakota Ditcheva stepped inside an MMA cage for the first time as a professional. No safety net, no guarantees, just the skills she had spent her entire life sharpening and the belief that they would translate. Her opponent was Jenny Line at Cage Steel 25. First round, stop. Dakota didn't hesitate. Didn't feel her way through it cautiously. She went straight to work.
Switched again, just as I was going to say. She looks like she's sticking with the stance.
She looks very comfortable.
Switches back.
Jab. Lovely combo.
Leg kick.
Back-to-back stoppages followed. Carrie Isom, Patricia Borge, each fight shorter and more decisive than the last. Then came Simone da Silva in January 2022. And this one mattered for a different reason, because when the fight went to the ground, Dakota didn't panic. She submitted her opponent with a rear naked choke. Clean, controlled, composed. The doubters who said she was just a striker, they went quiet. By mid-2022, she was 5-0, and the Professional Fighters League came calling. But the PFL wasn't going to hand anything to anyone. Dakota had to earn it, fight by fight. Arriving at the PFL. November 25th, 2022, PFL World Championship, New York. Dakota made her PFL debut against Kathleen Corrigines. The crowd barely had time to settle. She went straight to work, composed, precise, and deliberate.
So far, all out from distance. Right hand. And there's the clinch.
First round, over. Her very next PFL fight against Hasnagaber, 1 round, finished, no drama.
Just precision. It doesn't need to be a big shot. It just needs to be an accurate shot right to the body. Those are the shots that will fold anybody. Beautiful signature Muay Thai strikes from that clinch. Excellent head position.
What separated Dakota from every other prospect on the card wasn't just the results. It was the efficiency. She didn't scramble. She executed a plan under pressure and left the cage without a scratch. Pure professionalism from a fighter still in the earliest chapters of her career. But then came 2023, and a new challenge nobody had seen coming. Building the PFL Europe legacy. March 2023, PFL Europe Season 1, Fight 1, Malin Hermansen. Dakota submitted her with a rear naked choke in the first round. Business as usual.
Okay, you've got to get busy here. You've got to show me something. Oh, there we go. The arm's pinned.
Good job from Hermansen rolling into him.
Then came September 2023, Cornelia Holm. And this time, the fight did not end in round 1 or round 2.
Long limbs for this weight class as well, and she utilized them so well with that jab, but this is a good takedown for Holm.
Beautiful work.
Holm survived, moved and made Dakota work for the first time in her PFL career.
Holm as well, whose posture's broken, head's down. Look at this, now you can see the difference. Look at the bend in her spine now, before we had that head pressure.
The fight reached round 3. Dakota adjusted, pressured, found her finish by punches in that third round.
$1 on the line against Valentina Skatidze, who gets the walkover victory. How do you view that matchup?
It was the most important performance of her career to that point. Not because of how it ended, but because of what it proved. When the shortcut was gone, she found another route. Finishing instinct never switched off. Then came December 8, 2023. The 3 Arena in Dublin. The PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Final against Valentina Skatidze. The fight was stopped between rounds 1 and 2.
Skatidze can win this, make it there. Oh, lovely front kick. Go on, beautiful.
This is good pressure though from Skatidze.
Very
She's
nice.
got to get around these legs.
A cage-side doctor ruled Skatidze's swollen eye too dangerous to continue.
Step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see out of that eye.
Another right hand there from Dakota Ditcheva, banking an unbelievable first round.
Dakota Ditcheva was the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Champion. Her first title, her first belt as a professional, and she was 25 years old.
Anything. Give me whoever you want. Get me to fight wherever you want. I'll stay in Europe. I'll go to America. I'll clean them all out. Just give them to me one by one.
One title, one belt. For most fighters, that's the peak. But for Dakota, it was just the warm-up, because 2024 was about to be the year that changed everything. The 2024 season, a champion's march. April 4, 2024, San Antonio, Texas. Lisa Malden, a knee to the body, then ground strikes, finished in round 1 at 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
Stand back up. Malden rises. More body shots. This one gets in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the
June 13, 2024, Mohegan Sun Arena. Chelsea Hackett. A hook to the body, round 1, stopped at 3 minutes 22 seconds.
Pressure every time, everyone expects it, but I also do. I think when I don't get the stoppage, I'll probably be gutted myself. But yeah, I mean, I suppose I've got loads of pressures, so I deal with them well.
On August 2nd, 2024, Nashville PFL semifinal, Jenna Bishop is a credible, experienced opponent. A straight right hand, round 1, 3 minutes, 54 seconds. 3 fights, 3 first-round stoppages.
And Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
The number 1 seed in the entire PFL flyweight division. All roads were pointing to Riyadh. But here's what the record doesn't show, because records never tell the whole story. The championship final wasn't against a gatekeeper or a build-up fight. It was against a former UFC title challenger, a fighter with 22 professional wins and 3 losses, a veteran who had already shared a cage with the best women on the planet. This was the fight that was supposed to test Dakota Ditcheva. The fight was supposed to show the world whether she was real. Riyadh, the biggest night, November 29, 2024, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The PFL Women's Flyweight World Championship Final, Dakota Ditcheva versus Taylor Santos.
No touching the gloves. Taylor Santos in the black kit.
Santos had 22 wins and 3 losses. She had challenged for the UFC Flyweight title. She had shared a cage with the best women in the sport. This was not a tune-up. This was a legitimate test. From the opening seconds, Dakota was the aggressor. She didn't wait. She pursued Santos with her Muay Thai range.
Underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job by Ditcheva to turn it around on her. Twisting body lock, put Santos on the bottom.
Knees and kicks to the body, controlling the distance, setting a pace that Santos could not match.
Training with all those larger women at American Top Team paying some dividends. And that was the first time we saw Ditcheva go to that shovel hook.
Round 1 ended up without a finish, but Dakota had already established full control of the cage.
So there's an elbow immediately, straight away with the elbow there, Randy, yes. Back on the takedown defense here. Santos now going.
Round 2, same pressure, same composure. Body shot after body shot. Santos absorbed it and kept moving, but the pace was beginning to show on her. Her movement slowed, her reactions dull.
Fighting on those feints really well.
Push kick twice. Oh, the right hand cracking off the side.
And then at 4 minutes 41 seconds of the second round, the combination landed. Body shot. Santos went down. The referee waved it off.
Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
Now, I did hear you shouting over at the executives over here.
Dakota Ditcheva was the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion. She walked out of Riyadh with a title and $1 million. She was the youngest champion in PFL history, the first British female MMA World Champion in a major global promotion, and she had just turned 26. In 2024, Low Kick MMA, MMA Junkie, and Cage Side Press all named her Female Fighter of the Year. She hadn't just arrived, she had taken over. Defending what's hers. On July 19, 2025, Cape Town, South Africa, PFL Africa 1. Dakota stepped into the cage against Sumiko Inaba.
From Dakota, immediately, this thing gets wild.
I hate to disagree with Ian Parker, but I don't see this.
And for the first time in a long time, there was no early stoppage, no first round statement. The fight went the full 3 rounds.
An outside kickboxing match.
Dakota won by unanimous decision. It wasn't her sharpest performance. She acknowledged that, but champions don't always get to perform at their best. Sometimes the job is to grind through a difficult night.
Last minute, going out. We got 1 minute. Another right hand goes straight down the middle, then to the body.
Control what you can control and leave the cage still undefeated. She did that. 15 fights, 15 wins, 12 stoppages, and 80% finishing rate. No one has taken her the distance and beaten her. No one has made her quit. That's not a trend, that's a standard. Dakota Ditcheva didn't stumble into greatness. She was built for it, forged inside a family that had treated combat sports as a way of life, sharpening through these separate disciplines, and tested on stages where most fighters never reach. At 26, undefeated, world champion, and already the most decorated British woman in MMA history, the trajectory is undeniable. The names ahead, bigger arenas, bigger opponents, possibly the UFC are chapters not yet written. But the author has already proven she has handled every page. The only question women's MMA still hasn't answered is simple. Who on earth is going to stop her? If you want to know more stories about other fighters on our channel, you've got to check this video. This is Punch Club, fellas. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.